What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a new AI only series. I'm going to explain everything quickly now, and so this video might be longer than the rest in this series. We're going to be doing a World Cup for Civ, so similar to the Football World Cup. If you're in the Discord, which is where I've been talking about this series, planning it a little bit, so some of you will have already known it was coming. It's taken me a while to figure out exactly how I want to do it, but I think I got it now, and it took some tests. But first, I wanted to explain some stuff quickly about Civ on the channel in general, which I was trying to get Vox Populi to work so I could do a Let's Play for that. That sort of screwed up my Civ somehow, and I've deleted all the mods. But for some reason, this changed interface 1 is still here. There is no trace of it to be found anywhere on my computer, but it's still turned on, and I can't change it. It's okay. It's meant to be a better interface, and it doesn't affect this AI battle that much. It does. Kind of. Actually, it doesn't matter, luckily, because I don't have any units. But yeah, it means I was going to do a Vox Populi Let's Play alongside this series, but that's not going to happen because the mod didn't work for some reason. So yeah, I'll just be doing a standard Let's Play as Brazil. That'll be starting in the next few days as well. So just a heads up to keep an eye out for that if you're interested. It'll be on a random map like the Poland series a little while ago, not a TSL map. But yeah, we're going to be doing 8 mini AI battles, which might be longer videos than usual. Basically, I'm just going to put single player auto end turn on, commentate over what's going on, and there'll be one winner. So there's 4 civs here. This represents Group A of the World Cup. There'll be 8 games for the 4 groups with 4 civs on a small map like this. They'll all be competing. The one winner will get through, and then we'll have 2 semi-finals. So one semi-final will then be the 4 winners of A, B, C, and D, and the second semi-final will be the winners of E, F, G, and H. I'm going to try and make it as clear as possible because I'm sure a lot of you may not be interested in football or soccer, I guess, as 60% of you are in the USA, I should probably say. That doesn't really bother me. A lot of people get really wound up over that argument. I don't mind. Call it whatever you want. But yeah, that's how it's going to be going. This is representing Group A. So we've got Egypt, Arabia, Russia, and Mapuche. And some of you will be like, what are the Mapuche doing in the World Cup? Some of the civs, I'm going to try and find mods for all the countries that are in the World Cup, but some of them are just not. Like if you search Uruguay in the Steam Workshop, nothing came up. So Mapuche are representing Uruguay. They're not really that close on the map, but they're about as close as I could find that aren't Argentina, who are in the World Cup, and I'll be using later. So yeah, some of the civs will be represented by nearby ones, and some I'm just going to be lazy and use geographically near ones because I can be lazy. So the Aztecs will be representing Mexico, even though there's no relation there. Obviously Mexico is like post-destruction of the Aztecs by colonists, but we'll throw that out. This is just about being geographically kind of close. I also noticed this map, the options was on. There could have been seas and rivers spawning. They chose not to. I'm going to use a different map for each group. But some of the naval civs are at a disadvantage, but I mean, there's not too much more I can do. But yeah, normal rules are going to apply. Single player, auto, end turn. There's a giant death robot in the corner for me to spectate with. Just ignore it. It's going to be not killed. It's because this new interface, if I destroy anyone's units, it turns them, like, if I'm at war with anyone, it shows like a bright red thing around the civ, and that was a pain, and I couldn't get rid of it. So that was when I was trying to move them. But yeah, we're just going to use where they spawn. It's completely random. Obviously, I did spawn somewhere, which influences it a tiny bit, which may put in some bias, but there's a lot of bias in the World Cup. You know, not every country is equal. Every country has its own factors that make it better or not. So I'm going to use that to justify. And also the in-game editor, you might notice that here. That's going to stay on because, again, I'm lazy. If I'm doing this 8 times, and it will be 11 times by the time we've done 2 semi-finals and a final. Semi-finals, there'll be 2 winners, or there will just be who comes first and second to go to a 4 civ final. Because if you don't start with only 2 civs, sometimes they don't go to war because they just trade with each other and stuff and become best friends. So I've got aggressive and expansive AI on. Hopefully they start killing each other pretty soon. And let's stop mumbling. Let's get right into it. Single player auto turn. It should flow pretty quickly. We've got the game speed on quick, so they will be researching stuff really quickly. It's not like meant to be a long thing. I imagine by turn 200, which shouldn't take too long, I imagine about 20 minutes, it should be pretty obvious who's going to win. He says, as the Mapuche decide to take 14 years. We're on deity difficulty as well. There's a few mountains around the map. Russia have got a fair bit of space, but Egypt can also benefit from that space. Plenty of ancient ruins on. There's no barbarians, just because speed of game. Simply nothing more. We're going to see everyone settling. We've already got an Egyptian second city. I was going to do it time-lapsey, but I didn't really know how to do it, and I didn't know how to make it work for me personally, so I'm just going to... What is wrong with you guys? Why is your turn taking so long? I don't know. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, it's when they're settling. Arabia already going to the east. It looks like the spawn bias was not on, because Arabia did not spawn in a desert, so that's a bit weird. We've got Russia doing okay. Obviously, they're the hosts in the real World Cup. We need them to do well in the Civ 5 World Cup, of course. But yeah, plenty of units. We're going to see Pantheons founded very quickly. Here we go. We're not going to have info addict checks or anything, but we will get to quickly look at these lists. We can already see Egypt leading the way for productivity. So, good start for Egypt. There is a few wonders. The Fountain of Youth is here. We just saw a wonder going to Mapuche as well. Complete. I think that was the Temple of Artemis. We are going to miss some stuff because it's going to pop up quick. Egypt with Stonehenge. Sadly, oh, what is this? Okay, so yeah, you can see the interface is a little different. And Arabia with the Great Library. That could be useful. That could be very useful. So yeah, we are looking for one Civ in this game to win. For all intents and purposes, we can call them Mapuche Uruguay. There's not going to be like a guest system because there's going to be 8 sort of round ones, I guess, is the best way to put it. So there's not going to be a video where it's easy for us to vote, but I guess you can just root for your own country if they're going to be in at some point, or if they're not in already, or if they're not in the World Cup, then you can root for someone else, I guess, and just let me know in the comments, just so say why. So that would be cool. Biggest army goes to Egypt, then Arabia, then Russia, and Mapuche have a tiny army, which is a terrible idea because they are in the middle of the 3 civs around them. You can already see this is not going to end too well for the Mapuche. Russia already with 5 cities in the east, holy moly, compared to 2 Arabian cities, 2 Egyptian cities. We had a war between Arabia and the Mapuche, and now Russia versus the Mapuche, and yeah, I didn't see the Mapuche lasting too long here, and this blue bar is very annoying, especially when it's coming up so many times. I do apologize. The Mapuche's dead, split between Russia and Arabia. Egypt are now going after Arabia. Like I said, this could end up playing out really quickly. It's just an idea I had. It's themed to the World Cup that's going on. Hopefully, it'll give us some interesting results. I'm not really sure. This is like episode 1, so it might be really long or it might be really short. But it looks like Arabia is going to die next, and then it will be a head-to-head between Russia and Egypt. Although Arabia could hold off, I think we shouldn't be too quick to judge them. Egypt have the most money ahead of Russia and Arabia. Apparently the Mapuche is still alive. I don't see... Oh, they have a scout. Okay. Interesting. Poor scout. But yeah, I guess so far Russia have not made progress. I'd be worried though. Egypt are not really settling anything. There is still land over here. They haven't even got Uluru yet. Okay, and there we go. Russia now starting to take land from Arabia. This is bad news for the Egyptians as well, because they need to be making progress here and they're not really doing anything. And Russia looking pretty strong. Egypt grab Chichen Itza there. But yeah, I think military strength is going to be the main focus of these quick little battles, and it's going to make things very interesting. Russia, Egypt's grabbing the Oracle. Russia are not making more progress, which could hold them back. Machu Picchu has been completed, but yeah, Egypt are just too slow to get anything done. This sucks. Sucks for Egypt. They need to be doing better than this, I'm afraid. And just like in the real World Cup, which I believe, if I remember correctly, okay, Russia just got the Great Wall, because, you know, they needed more. She's got the most wonders. That's good. Egypt do have a 3rd city down the corner. Couldn't see all of it, but that's nice. Okay, yeah, this is going to be the end of Arabia, I'm afraid. Who I believe are out of the World Cup. Are they? I can't even remember right now. I'm pretty sure Arabia and Egypt are both out, and Russia and Uruguay both made it through. In reality, obviously, I don't mind if, like, the Mapuche... Oh, Arabia took that back. Wait, did Russia take that then? And then Egypt take... I don't know, but someone took it. Arabia took it back. But Russia are trying. They're making progress. But, yeah, I was worried about the length of these videos. I think they're actually going to be a perfect length. I mean, it's only turn 72, but aggressive AI is on. It looks like Russia is making some good progress. We just got a spy. Yeah, Russia entered the Renaissance era. So even though it's an early turn, 72 is relatively early. There's plenty of time. Apparently I have -1 yeah, I know why I have -1 uranium. That does make sense. To be fair, Egypt is spreading Islam around the map. It's the only religion in fact, which is a nice buy. Oh no, it's not. There is Catholicism, but that's being destroyed at this point. Oh, this interface does show whose city it used to be. That's kind of cool. But yeah, the race for Mecca is on, which at least gives Egypt time. That's a good thing. Their cities are bigger than Russia's, so that might help. Most well-fed. Arabians are starving. That's bad for them. Not so bad for Russia and Egypt, who are in a race here. Egypt could really do with this. But let's see. Russia with another wonder. Egypt are going to give it one last go. It's going to be close. Going to be very, very close. Group A. Who is going to be our first semi-finalist in the Civ 5 World Cup? Oh, it's getting close. This is tense. This is tense. I mean, it's not half as tense as the war that... How on earth do Arabia have these tiles? What the heck is going on there? Okay, well, Russia took that. And now it's just down to these two. I assume... Oh, there we go. Now Egypt starts to settle. I assume they will go to war. If not, there is going to be a turn limit in which I'm coming up with now. I'm formulating... I don't want it to be biased, but I am formulating it based on basically how fast the game is going. We now have a World Congress. I do not need to make... I need to propose something. The World's Fair. There you go. That won't harm anybody. Up there at war. Never mind. It didn't matter. This is it. This is going to decide. Now it looks actually... it looks kind of... Egypt seemed to be better off. Oh no, they seem similar for tech, to be honest. I think actually Egypt are a bit behind. Yeah, that's not a good start. And there we go. Elephantine falls. Now let's see if Russia keep going. It's domination only, deity level, with aggressive and expansive AI on. So I imagine Russia will just go for the kill here. Don't think we'll have to wait around for it, but it's going to take some time. Russia completing 2 wonders at once there. That's a fantastic start for them. And it's going to be fantastic for Russia. They seem to be on their way. Catherine has led them by what looks like into the first semi-final spot. Group B will be coming out soon. So yeah, that's going to be exciting too. But yeah, let me know if you're excited for this idea. Who do you think is going to win anyway? You may as well tell me, or who you're rooting for, maybe which country you're from. That would just be pretty cool to see. And let me know who you want to win the real World Cup as well, which again, I imagine will be the country you're from if they're in the World Cup. Not if they're not. I'm obviously rooting for England. Got my hopes up, but you know, you never know. This is a slow and painful death for Egypt, but it is coming. Could you imagine if Egypt just turned it around now? It would be absolutely crazy. But not sure. Russia now have Cossacks. Yeah, like I said, this new interface, I mean, I'm stuck with it, so I'm going to have to get used to it, but it can't be that bad. It looks kind of cool. It is called Better Interface, so I'm sure it's going to be just fine for me to get used to it. But yeah, like I said, I was going to do... How did Arabia keep those tiles? I see that. I don't want to make another proposal. Can I embargo someone that's dead? No. Scarlet Standing Army Tax, Ban Luxury. What do I do? What... There's no more events either. Like, this sucks. Embargo. I can't repeal anything because they both fail. Wait, they didn't... Oh, they did fail. Can't repeal the World's Fair, though. What was the other one? I don't know what the other one was. Did they have the same number of votes? Russia has 1 more vote. So if I say embargo Russia... Although the Mapuche still have a vote, so that might not work. Ban luxury. Gold. If I just propose random things without looking who it is, that reduces bias. I don't know if anyone has gold. There you go. That's the best way to do it. This is kind of slow, but Russia do seem to have a tiny, at least a numbers advantage. You can have a look at the demographics. Yeah, Russia is winning all of them, so I assume that's a good sign. Actually, they're last on approval, but I mean, apart from that, they're first. And they are making some good, slow... Okay, they have an ideology. That is, I have no idea what one it is. I can imagine which one it is, you know. Being Russia and all, I have no idea how to find it, to look at it. But World's Fair completed by Russia. Gonna give them some more bonuses. And yeah, soon, I feel like Egypt just entered the industrial era. Victory progress. Ooh, okay, they are flying through here. Industrial era just got passed into. How do I get to the social menu in this new thing? This is This is one thing I was not expecting to struggle with. How do I find who is following what ideology? The cultural overview is no longer here. That is always a start we needed. It's not in there. That's helpful. I have no idea where it is. Oh well. Egypt is still clinging on, which is impressive. So this group is still on. Russia has a ton of wonders though. But Egypt are just sort of stacking up a ton of units, and they're actually starting to win and push them back. It's impressive. Let's hope that they vote no. Oh no, it passed. Well, I guess, I mean, if I'm just proposing things, they are voting on it, so I mean, it's their choice, isn't it? Embargo setting up. I'll just keep banning luxuries, won't I? Scroll through, eyes shut. What's it going to be? Actually, I just unembargo gold now. Now I've got it done, I can just constantly do the same one over and over again. Can't I repeal it? Can I not repeal that one? There we go. Ideology. Egypt went order. I have no idea what Russia went. I assume they went order as well. The turn limit is going to be 200. If it is still a deadlock at 200, we will look to the demographics, I think, just because, you know, this is kind of awkward now. Though to be fair, Russia aren't doing great. Definitely not doing as well as we'd hope. They are struggling because they used to have a ton of units and now they hardly have any. You can see from the map they do have a dominant amount of land, and eventually their borders will cover everything, and they... Oh, we just missed that. I don't know why I didn't read that box. We would have seen how many techs they were ahead. But depending on how long the videos do go on for, maybe there'll only be one episode a day if it's this series, and then there'll be the other two series getting two episodes the next day, and then back to one of these. Because if, I mean, we're at 17 minutes, if this goes on to be like half an hour, and that'll be the case. But Russia is pushing in now, but I think that's just the Cossacks. Okay, maybe they are starting to make their move now. Assign some delegates. World religion, Islam. Well, they're both going to vote yes on that, since they're both mainly following Islam. Wouldn't be a surprise. The siege of Thebes has begun and ended about a turn later. But they are, yeah, they're definitely making progress. Okay, this is why Russia's making progress. They have planes. I can't see which ones they are for some reason. I have no idea why it won't let me see what they are. But they do have planes. That's nice. That's going to really help them. Going to be dropping bombs. Obviously, they need to get their Cossacks close enough, though. But yeah, destroying units, that's really going to help. And look at her. Yeah, Russia's army, twice the size now. They have great war infantry of that of Egypt. And they've cleared this whole region here of any units, which is really good. A good start. And, okay, yeah, they just took half the health of Thebes in one turn. I think this is maybe the beginning of the final push from Russia. Turn 163. I'm going to abstain on this host vote, even though I'm sure Russia has it in the back. Yeah, Thebes in the yellow. They're gradually getting there. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back at the moment, but it's in the red. Thebes falling is going to be a big blow to Egypt. Even if they do take it back, which they might, they have a ton of cannons. Problem is melee units. I mean, I've only seen a few lancers in there, so that may be a difficulty. And wait, why'd the game just end? Complete. Okay, either way, Egypt isn't dead, but they're on their way to death. I will work on the format as the 7 next groups go on. Russia has won. They are through from Group A. I'll need to write that down. The winners of A, B, C, and D will be in one semi-final, just so you know. E, F, G, and H will be in a separate semi-final. Then in the semi-finals, we'll have the winner. For fun, we'll see who wins overall again, but we'll also have the Civ that is second last. Or second first, or just second, is basically the equivalent of Egypt in the semi-finals. Will be also in a final. Not in the... we'll be in the final, and there'll be 4 Civs in the final. Hopefully, you're looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's a cool concept, and if the videos stay this sort of length, that would be perfect. But anyway, I need to... Oh, I can go? Oh, I can keep going on. Yeah, let's keep going on, because we may as well see this till the end. Russia is probably going to get the job done really soon. So it'll be just nice. I didn't realize I could click that. There we go. There we go, and this should be done pretty soon. There's a few more units to go. Memphis fell back again, and Russia took it back again. Once they get those planes over, I think this should be a job done for the Russians. And they will have won this map, except for those 2 random Arabian tiles for some reason. And there you go, that is this game done. Let me just turn off the single player auto end turn. There we go, perfect. That is Group A. Russia are your first semi-finalist. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.